Hey Guardians, Jaywalking here, welcome back. In this video we're going to show and discuss how to solo the Hollowed Lair Nightfall on Titan. Timestamps are in the video description, but first, if you don't have the pinnacle weapons I suggest for your weapons loadout, never fear. Click the link in the upper right portion of the screen to check out my video of a solo Hollowed Lair run using only blue weapons pulled from collections. If you're interested in a particular encounter in this Nightfall, use the timestamps on screen or in the video description to skip ahead. If you should find this video useful, please drop a like and subscribe. Remember to click the bell for more content. Also, come check me out on Twitch and follow me on Twitter for more jaywalking shenanigans. Now maybe you like solo challenges, or maybe you don't have a team to play with, sad face. But either way, you're likely playing this Nightfall to get your hands on the Mindbender's Ambition shotgun, which is still one of the best shotguns in the game, even at the making of this video in Season of Arrivals. The role shown on screen is the curated role, which is viable again thanks to Opening Shot, a god tier perk on shotguns now that shotgun range has been nerfed in Sandbox 2.8.0. I also have a quick draw snapshot roll which took upwards of 100 runs to get. Today we're going to be using Top Tree Sentinel, Code of the Protector. Survivability is important to me when doing these solo runs, and this subclass helps with that. Charged melee attacks restore your health and grant an overshield. It's important to note that non-charged melee final blows also restore your health, minus the overshield. You'll also have Ward of Dawn to pop in a panic moment, though I don't believe I used it in this Nightfall, but I really should have.
No. Nope.
Run, bitch! Ooh.
Surprise, motherfucker! Party's down.
We're going to pair this with the Doomfang Pauldron exotic gauntlets that grant super energy on melee kills, as well as improve Sentinel shield while it's active. Using Code of the Protector is great because you get the choice of two supers. Use the shield to clear a large room of adds, or pop Ward of Dawn for protection and the Weapons of Light buff. Since we're going for melee kills for health regeneration anyway, it's a win-win. For weapons, we'll be using two Pinnacle Crucible weapons, the Mountaintop Grenade Launcher and the Recluse SMG. For heavy, we'll be using the Interference 6 Grenade Launcher, which you can get as a world drop or from legendary engrams, with Full Court, which increases detonation damage the further the grenade travels before impact, Clown Cartridge for an overflowed mag on reload, Spike Grenades, Quick Launch, a Velocity Masterwork, and Backup Mag. Yeah, this is the God roll, boys and girls. Other Full Court Spike Grenade Launchers include Love and Death, obtainable from the Lectern of Enchantment on the Moon, Doomsday, obtainable from the Reckoning, and Swarm of the Raven, which can roll with spike grenades but not full court. It's also a good choice. It can be obtained from Iron Banner. I'm running all the grenade launcher perks on my armor, but run perks that will help you based on whatever weapons you may be using. I'm using Grenade Launcher Ammo Finder, Enhanced Grenade Launcher Loader, Double Reserves, Scavenger, and Dire Artillery for extra super energy on grenade launcher kills. Let's get into it. Hop onto your Sparrow and head right, bypassing some of the initial enemies, but be careful, what you spawn into is random or RNG, so if there are enemies along the way that could easily destroy your Sparrow and explode your face, dispatch them before continuing. Remember, be flexible, be adaptable, be patient, and you'll be just fine.
The faithful.
Now, you can fight your way through this next section to collect super energy and ammo drops, but for the sake of time, I'm showing you how I speedrun this section to get to the Scorn Walker Arena. Take advantage of Defensive Strike as needed to regen your health. You'll see me sliding around a lot in this video, and while knee sliding is a great way to stay in shape and look cool in front of your friends, it also shrinks your hitbox, temporarily removes you from radar, and makes you harder to hit by those pesky Scorn enemies. Run, slide, skip, juke, and bunny hop your way along until you get to the Quitter's Well Arena. I like to start with these two Scorn on the right and work my way toward the left. These Scorn chieftains will be a pain in your ass throughout this strike, and it's a good idea to take them out as quickly as possible. Finish the remaining baddies, and 2 Scorn snipers will spawn on either side of the arena. Dispatch them as you see fit, then hop onto the counterweight.
Get that door open.
As the enemies spawn, get airborne. Pop a grenade to the back right to tag the Scorn chieftain who spawns in. Kill him quickly, which I failed to do. Then retreat to the alcove on the left side of the arena, which will become your new home away from home for the duration of this encounter. Kill the Scorn that spawn in front of you. Then it's up to you whether you clear the enemies on the platform to the right. If you lose track of yourself, they can flank you, but if you pay attention to your movement and positioning, they don't pose much of a threat. You can also wall them off with a barricade. Begin DPSing the legs of the walker or the massive rocket mount on its back. Once you've done enough damage, the walker will drop, erecting a shield around it and exposing its weak spot, the glowing orange section around its neck. Dispatch adds as you see fit, and DPS the weak spot. Rinse and repeat. But one thing you should know. When the walker recovers, it emits a pulse wave that knocks you back, and you can totally blow yourself up on the shield, as I did here. So, be careful, huh? Retreat to safety, then prepare for the incoming Scorn Ravagers that will swarm you. Once you see them coming, pop a barricade to the left, which should disorient them as they pass through it. Don't get too punch happy, but kill every Scorn that rushes you. Mind the fire on the floor and prepare to DPS the walker. This is an Ether Torch. Kill it fast. Arc Chieftains will summon Ether Binds or Tethers, and Void Chieftains will spawn Ether Shields. It's important to destroy any of those ASAP. Since I failed to kill the Chieftain earlier, at this point I elect to pop my super and clear the ads around the walker to make my job of finishing it a bit easier. Quick tip, listen for this sound. That was your clue that the walker was about to spray an epic ton of rockets at you. So if you hear that sound during the fight, take cover. Once the walker is dead, wait a moment for a new objective to show on your screen, or sometimes the strike will lag out and not properly load the next checkpoint. Fight your way through the next room, taking care to quickly dispatch the two Scorn dudes wielding torches, as they can quickly turn your killing spree into a very bad day. Still with me? Good. The trick to getting through this next encounter is to manage how and when the next wave of enemies will spawn. First, you'll encounter a room full of pissed off Scorn, an arc-shielded chieftain on the left, a solar shielded chieftain on the right, trash mobs, and a couple of Scorn snipers. Use cover and your barricade to your advantage, and be patient, because if you decide to YOLO, you can get dead real quick. I like to take out the left chieftain and the sniper behind him, then focus down on the right chieftain before cleaning up the rest of the ads. Finish the ads, then check the room for any ammo or orb drops. Collect them, then proceed to the counterweight that was on your left when you entered the room. Get to work clearing the ads that spawn. Jump off the plate about halfway down to clean them up, because if you stay on the plate until it finishes, it will spawn a second wave of ads, complete with 2 chieftains, so your survivability goes down as a result. Stay mobile and take out all the ads. Blow up this barrel, because this will become a strategic position later in the encounter. Once the first wave is dealt with, get back on the plate and ride it all the way down. Lots of ads will spawn, but focus on this spot, where 2 chieftains will spawn. Drop a grenade, use your heavy or your super, and take them out ASAP. But don't overextend yourself, run for cover if you need to, as I did here. Finish the ads, gather any ammo or orbs you find, then jump on the next counterweight. Like the first counterweight, jump off halfway down so you can control when the next wave spawns, which will include the Vengeful Hand mini-boss. Pro tip: when Scorn spawn, first you'll see a glow of light, followed by shafts of light. You want to fire once you see the shafts, and that way you can spawn kill them. Finish the ads, collect any ammo or orbs, ride the plate down, and prepare for the fight. Now, a disclaimer. Speedrunners often show a way to run through the shield to bypass this fight, but in order to get the final boss to spawn, the Fanatic, you have to kill the Vengeful Hand. In my experience, it's really difficult to run through the shield and kill the Vengeful Hand before he saunters back through the shield as he's programmed to do, effectively cutting you off from finishing the fight or advancing the checkpoint. So I'm going to show you how to clear the fight instead. Here I spawn kill and kill as many Scorn as I can as they're rushing me. They rush both sides, so alternatively you can pop a barricade on either side to disorient the Scorn who run through it. Now you want to lure the Vengeful Hand toward the center of the room. I can't stress enough how important it is to manage the positioning of the boss in order for you to be successful in this fight. You'll control when the next wave of ads will spawn, based on the amount of damage you've done to the boss. Finish each wave before advancing the next, and be aware that a Scorn Chieftain will spawn with the next 2 waves. First an Arc Shielded Chieftain, then a Void Shield. DPS the boss from this side of the room until the next wave begins to spawn, then return to your position on the opposite of the room. Toss a grenade on the spawning Scorn to help yourself out, and take care of the rushing Scorn as you did before, being mindful of the Chieftain that spawned as well. At this point, I know the boss is pushing my position, so I decide to get off the scene, keeping in mind I've left a Scorn Chieftain alive. It's important to kill the chieftains quickly, but it's also important to be adaptable if the situation goes sideways on you, as it did for me here. Use your abilities, use cover effectively, and you'll do fine. Once again, DPS the boss from this side of the room, then move as the next wave of adds spawn in. Alright, final wave. Be patient and manage the adds as before. Take care of the chieftain as quickly as possible without overextending yourself. Finish the adds, then the boss. Congratulations, you've done it! Collect any ammo or orbs lying around the room, then get ready to speedrun to the final boss. You can fight your way through this section, but for the sake of time, I'm going to show you how to speedrun it instead. It can be tricky to hit the moving platforms. I was using strafe lift, but use whatever you're comfortable with. As you approach the platform, you will be taking fire, so it's important to be moving quickly and jump up where you'll take the least amount of damage.
Guardian down.
Wait. That's not what happened. As soon as your feet hit the platform, rush the Fanatic, sliding and bunny hopping, then running past him and vaulting over both rails to the top of the bridge. At this point, I chose to turn around and kill adds, hoping for heavy ammo drops. If you're running low on super or ability energy, this is a good way to farm it before going into the final boss fight. Little shortcut you might be unaware of. Go to this first platform, spin around, jump straight up. Boom! You've now avoided the silly platforming of this ridiculous room. Here we go. Run through the circle to spawn the fight, hop up to the right, and unload on him. You want to DPS him until the first wave of ads spawn. DPS him enough and he'll retreat to safety, leaving only the ads to deal with. This side of the room, the right side, is infinitely better than the other because you have stationary cover. Use the pillar in front of you for cover and systematically mow down the ads. Be aware of the pools of arc energy the Fanatic will spawn around you. You can jump out of them or over them. They will increase in number as the fight goes on, so keep that in mind and remember, movement is life. Once he goes immune, he teleports out of the fight to safety. Clean up any remaining ads, grab ammo and orbs, then take up position at the front of the room. As the next wave of ads spawn, pop a barricade. They're stupid enough to run through it and become disoriented. Your job is to mow them down as they rush you, and if necessary, get airborne, jump over them, and hit them with Mountaintop from the air. Remember not to reflect Mountaintop back at yourself like I did earlier. A second wave will spawn, this one containing a solar shielded Scorn chieftain. You'll want to take him out quickly. Pop another barricade if you can do so safely. You're going to be hopping back and forth like a grasshopper, raining death from the air until this wave is dead. Once there are only a couple of ads left, use this opportunity to collect any ammo or orbs that are on the ground and reload your weapons. Finish the ads and prepare to face the Fanatic once again. Take cover on the right side of the room and DPS him until he goes immune. A moment later, he'll tether you and teleport you into the air, drawing you towards him. You want to break his shield before reaching him, or he may stomp you into oblivion. Break his shield, hit him once or twice with Mountaintop to spawn the next wave of ads, this time on the left. Meet them head on, use your super if you have to, but remember that cover sucks on this side of the room because of all the moving machinery, so be nimble, be quick, take them out as quickly as possible. Retreat to the right side of the room and DPS the boss until he tethers you once again. Break the shield, pop him once to spawn the next wave of adds, this time on the right. Move to meet them, tossing a grenade into them as they spawn in. Take cover and kill them. DPS the Fanatic until he retreats to safety once again. Like before, pop a barricade to manage the adds rushing you. What's different about these waves of adds is that instead of 2 waves, there are 3. On the 3rd wave, a Scorn Abomination will spawn. Get through the first 2 waves as usual, then when the 3rd wave spawns, go to the right side of the room. This will funnel the adds into a sort of kill box for you, and it will also give you cover from the Abomination. Once the adds are dead, proceed cautiously down the stairs and back towards center to face the Abomination. Peek shoot him with Mountaintop for easy cleanup. The Fanatic will emerge once again. Hit him once or twice to spawn the next wave of adds on the right. Things can get dicey here, so kill them quickly, stay mobile, be patient, kill them quickly. Once the adds are dead, take a moment to reload your weapons and gather yourself. DPS the Fanatic until he goes immune and tethers you. These last couple of tethers can be dangerous because there will be adds in the room that can hurt you while you're hanging in the air. So drop his shield as quickly as possible with your heavy grenade launcher, and keep firing on him until he tethers you again. Unload on him. Pop your super if you've got it, anything to finish him at this point of the fight. If things go sideways, finish him from cover. And congratulations! You've just soloed the Hollowed Lair Nightfall. May RNG smile upon you, but be aware that sometimes you won't get any legendary gear out of the chest. While this can be deflating, keep at it, and you too can be the proud new owner of a Mindbender's Ambition shotgun that will melt the face off any Guardian silly enough to push you in the Crucible. Thanks for stopping by, and remember to drop a like or subscribe if you found this video useful. Eyes up, Guardian.